shoot out. I didn't talk much about staffing agencies. Have you been out to the staffing world?
No.
Why not?
Well,
Because they got more people than jobs, I know.
actually, I am still recovering. I've just lost my job here at St. John's
Okay.
last week.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
All right. A little more.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
When you're ready, shoot me a resume.
Thank you.
My former sister-in-law, she was in staffing for years when she was in my leads group, and then she started her own staffing agency. So, not a bad place to start out. There's a lot of temp to perm. They have.
I did that years ago. I was here for 14 years,
Yeah.
and prior to that, I did a couple of stints with temp agencies.
Sure. A lot of this temp to perm now. They're actually a good indicator of what the market's doing, because when they start to pick up in business, that means stuff's coming back, because companies will hire temp agencies first. They get a job or they get a new contract, they'll hire them first before they hire the staff. Hire and bring them on full time. So, but she specialized in admin and general labor. She actually, I think, works for some different manufacturing companies as well. So, yeah, if I say if folks want to meet with me and chat, sometimes just chatting with you and I get to know more of what you do. Because unfortunately, project management, I never think I know what it is. But as we get talking, I can start to think about people you might want to talk to. And that's really what you want to do. You just want to keep knocking on doors, keep making phone calls, meeting folks.
You mentioned there's a professional organization for just about everything. Have you got any thoughts about how to uncover these folks?
They're in the journal too. They're in the
Business
business journal. Yeah, they list if there's a professional group meeting, or these days you can Google, project managers in Charlotte. I mean, there's a.
You can also find a number of them on LinkedIn.
Okay, yeah, I mean, really go in and do by, LinkedIn's really cool that way. I mean, they've taken out the fluff and, I think that's probably a better tool. And looking.
It's not face to face with those groups, though.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
But
you need both, I think.
Oh, you do, but like, for example, you could look at the people online and you may see somebody in manufacturing and say, hey, Brady, this guy's working for a company I want to go work for. Can you introduce me? And that's an email. So that's what's cool. You need both. We were listening to Jeff Elder a few weeks back, and he was talking about Facebook and social networking, this and that. This is still the 100% effective. I'm Brady. It's a nice supplement and it's a great way to research and get more information. But what's kind of cool now is when I do go into LinkedIn, I guess based on your profile, the different companies you've worked for, like these other people other people pop up that I know, and I haven't talked to that person. So I'll hit them, hey, and invite them to join, and they'll come in. So it's just keep that network going and keep it always in touch. Just simple things, really. Just hi, how you doing, and what are you doing now, kind of stuff. It's kind of good. So,
There's also a website called meetup.com that has groups for, as far as I can tell, just about everything.
Good idea.
Meet up.
Yeah, meetup.com.
Yeah, and Creative Loafing lists a bunch too. I was in there. Now some of those are
Yeah.
white, single, puppy lover.
Meetup.com might be like hookup.com.
Yeah, hookup.com. Yeah, you don't want to get overboard with that stuff, but yeah, you just you never know where you're gonna meet folks and what they're gonna be involved with. So, yes.
I think one comment and then a question. And the comment is, I think it's a sign of where business is going when you see businesses, for example, Tia Craft, I was on their site just the other day, is hiring a director of marketing with a focus on social networking sites. So businesses,
Duke Energy, yeah,
businesses
yeah.
are hiring people to manage the
Yeah.
way they're perceived on Facebook and on those
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Duke
But,
Energy was in there the other day.
Yeah. but my question is that, I guess it's an easy rejection, is, we're looking for 5 characteristics and you have 4. And in today's market, they're gonna be patient until they can find the guy that's got all 5. And how do you position yourself, or how do you present yourself to overcome the fact that you may not have one of the 23 things they think they need in the person to do that? I've talked to recruiters who say, Doug, I know you could do this job, but I can't put you in front of my client because you don't have whatever one characteristic, or whatever, one or two of the multitude of characteristics you're looking for. And it's not just
That's a
you
challenge.
individually. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a question that's open in
Yeah,
the
I'll
room.
go
But
for the group, Mel.
have you faced it, and how did you try to overcome it?
A variation of that question could also be asked, you see their ad and you know what they're hiring, and you have something that will help them a whole lot that they did not ask for. They weren't smart enough to ask for
Right.
this talent training or whatever. So that should be a priority to be able to project that into them.
It's a challenge because, 9 times out of 10, you just have to get that interview. You know?
Yeah.
I think going back to the research I talked about, and I think you've almost answered it, Mel, is that what can you bring to the table that is different that maybe they didn't think of? And that may mean a little more research, right down into, like when I did get a few interviews at the nonprofits, I got online and found out their staff and Googled their staff and found out as much information as I could about the people, I was working with. But that's a tough one, because I've been in a ton of, one of three, and what was it? How did you, I still think somehow people had some sort of connection with that person internally. Because how else do you really, from a resume, I mean, come on, we all built resumes. They're built to look good. You put in what, either what you've done and tailor it a little to what you think they want. So, I don't know, I don't think there's an easy answer there. And I never got that answer when I was talking to people who said, well, she kind of had this.
But I think Morgan's answer is the best one, and that is you can't do, fess up, you can't do this, but I can do something else. And I'm a quick learner and I can come up to speed on what you need quickly.
I mean, if they're that defined,
The value of your strengths overwhelms that one item that you don't have.
Yeah.
I
guess-
don't know what else to do either. You just
Yeah,
gotta-
it's just, I've been faced with it, multiple times. I mean, got an email on
Is it
the
the
way here
same-
tonight that
Is it the
said.
same, is there a same skill set you're
No,
missing? Okay.
no, it's just, I will find a position that is something that I know I could do, that I know I could be a contributor to the organization,
Mhm.
but I might not be an exact fit on every characteristic they're looking for. And the answer is, they're not willing to waver. They want these 5 things and you don't have these 5 things. No, my bachelor's degree is not in business, but I've been in business for 18 years. I've owned businesses. I've worked for, Fortune 10 organizations. I know enough about business
Right.
that I don't have to have a bachelor's degree in business to be able to perform. But, they're saying, your bachelor's in history, we don't care. So, and that's just an example of,
Yeah.
where they're looking at it, and the recruiters are saying they're not willing to talk to anybody that doesn't have all of those lists. And I just wondered if anybody had
It is
seen
a
it.
buyer's
and-
market.
That's right.
That's
It's
exactly
a
it.
buyer's market. I mean, it's
Part of the
That'll-
problem is you're dealing with the intermediary,
Oh, sure.
yeah.
the person who's actually doing the hiring may find that's fine, but an intermediary, the only way he can sell you is if you got all 5 plus something.
Mhm.